Jarvis, you there?
At your service, sir.
Gauge heads-up display.
Check.
Portal preference.
There were plenty of rumors swirling around Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, including speculations about Daniel Craig playing Balder the Brave and John Krasinski as Reed Richards. As the multiverse continues to evolve, I still hold out hope that we could see Tom Cruise as Superior Iron Man, potentially setting up a new recurring villain. After all, Tom Cruise was almost cast as the original Iron Man before Robert Downey Jr. took the role, so this could feel like a full circle moment for Cruise in a scenario that never came to be. It's reminiscent of when Christian Bale shared that Tom Cruise was his inspiration for playing Patrick Bateman in American Psycho, citing Tom's very intense friendliness with nothing behind the eyes. With Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man balancing friendliness and humor, Tom's portrayal of Superior Iron Man could shift from charming to downright menacing, much like how Norman Osborn Green Goblin was depicted in No Way Home. As Superior Iron Man, Tony was a total jerk, showing off all kinds of messed up traits like extreme narcissism, a hunger for power and money, zero empathy for others, and a total willingness to do whatever it took to get ahead, even if it meant betrayal and lies. Some of the worst things he did include getting a huge chunk of the population hooked on the Extremis 3.0 virus for profit, turning on Pepper Potts, and giving Daredevil his sight back, but only for a short time. When Daredevil called him out for playing God, Tony casually shrugged it off, saying he wasn't playing God, he was just playing human, which really showed off his God complex. He's essentially Stark's dark side, all the stuff he kept buried inside, brought out by the Axis spell and sticking around when the others faded away. That makes him one of the most dangerous villains in Marvel, with Stark's genius but none of his morals holding him back. And on top of all that, he created the most dangerous armor ever. He designed a new suit made of symbiotic biological material, using parts of symbiote biology and even taking building blocks directly to integrate into the suit. The EndoSym armor is a liquid smart metal that instantly hardens when it connects with the user's body. Unlike the Iron Man Armor Model 37, which relies on tech for bonding, this suit is based on symbiote biology, meaning the bonding process is completely psionic. No tech needed for the initial connection. The psionic bond allows the user to control the suit remotely and summon it without electronics. Stark has said the suit can feel him just as he can feel the suit, calling it alive. This connection even lets the suit form a humanoid shape similar to a symbiote suit, and it can punch through barriers on Stark's psionic command to get to him. However, it doesn't have its own intelligence, just a psionic link. The suit can be sent out by either psionic or vocal command to attach to someone other than Tony, either to protect them or control their movement based on Tony's wishes. However, the person can't use the suit themselves due to Tony's psionic link. The suit's repulsors are white-blue, but when Tony's gearing up to attack, they switch to red, giving off a menacing vibe. Thanks to his biological connection to the armor, Tony's eyes sometimes light up red or blue, matching the armor's lights. These repulsors are so strong that they can bypass energy-absorbing abilities, like Havoc's. There's also a taser built into the arms, which can send out sustained electrical impulses instead of just short bursts. The armor can absorb electromagnetic energy once it locks onto the right frequency. However, beings made of electromagnetic energy, like Spectrum, can still break free, causing the armor to temporarily dissolve in certain areas before it reforms. It can also withstand Storm's lightning with minimal, if any, damage. The armor has thrusters behind the elbows, boosting its power for punches or strikes, even helping needles pierce tough skin. Originally, the thrusters didn't work without an oxygen-based environment, as they relied on a combustion engine, but that issue was later fixed. The suit can be used to subdue possessing entities, like a past version of Tony Stark who had taken over a version of the Iron Man armor Model 2. When the main faceplate is removed, a graphene layer covers the face for bulletproofing while giving an unobstructed view of the area. The suit can also grow in size by adding more of its compound, giving it a Hulk-like physique. It can release tendrils of its material to infiltrate automated armors and trace the source of their AI. The tendrils can also stretch out and make a punch powerful enough to cause an armor to explode from the inside out. Unlike most symbiotes, Tony's armor is shielded against sonic attacks. This powerful armor, representing Stark's ultimate evolution, is a big part of his god complex. This version of Tony is so well done that I can totally see him appearing in Secret Wars or maybe even Doomsday, both massive MCU films directed by the Russo brothers, bringing back RDJ as Doctor Doom and Chris Evans. Speaking of that, I'm honestly a bit worried about what RDJ and Chris Evans returning could mean for the MCU's future. Both Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans are coming back after seemingly wrapping up their roles in Avengers Endgame, but I'm not as hyped as I thought I'd be. To quote Charlie Brown in A Charlie Brown Christmas, I don't feel the way I'm supposed to feel. I know they're amazing actors and I love their past roles in the MCU, but I'm more curious about who's on the new team than Captain America coming back. My issue isn't really with the actors, it's more about what their return says about the MCU as a whole, and it's a bit concerning. I think back to a couple of highly anticipated projects from Phase 4, like Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings and Eternals. Both of these were fresh starts for the MCU, and they gave me the same excitement I had when Thor and Captain America the First Avenger came out. New characters with bold concepts and unexplored mythology. It was exciting because it felt unexpected. But now, the MCU seems to be recycling OG actors in different roles instead of bringing in the new ones, which feels like a step backward. They're missing the very thing that made the franchise so successful in the first place. It feels like they're more focused on giving us what we already know we like, instead of showing us what we didn't even realize we wanted, which just isn't as exciting. What excites me the most is the idea of taking a character like Superior Iron Man and giving them great casting to make them iconic, without relying on RDJ's established fame in the MCU. Superior Iron Man is such a complex character, with a massive ego and a brilliant intellect that he uses for selfish purposes. Tom Cruise doesn't usually play villains, but some of his roles could make him a great fit for this version of Stark. Characters like Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible or Maverick from Top Gun share traits with Stark: confidence, skill, and a bit of ego. Maverick in particular has that balance of cocky, skilled, and humorous that could work for Stark, especially in his early MCU days. But Superior Iron Man is still a villain, so even if he's charming or brilliant, he's driven by the desire to dominate everything around him. Cruise has played darker roles, like in Tropic Thunder, where his character Les Grossman is egotistical and controlling, but a little too unstable for a cold, calculating genius. Well, that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this and other exciting upcoming movies. We'll see you next time.